Hello, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Jess.
She's the traumatized.
And she's the abandoned. And
welcome
to our podcast,
where we talk about true crime, spooky things, and everything in between.
And today is a chaotic chat that Nikki is going to be taking over because I have been MIA the last 2 weeks. So
she finally moved.
I did.
Which I did announce in the last episode, but
you did. Well, yeah, because you're like, why is Jess not here?
She gone. Finally.
You have no idea. Like, obviously it's a blank canvas right now, so I'm really excited to get some decorations going and figure out what's gonna go behind me. And we're not talking about the creepy door.
Not talking about the creepy door that doesn't have a doorknob but a lock,
and we don't have a key to the creepy door, so
yeah.
Just not gonna talk about that. I guess I could go first. We obviously moved, and oh my god, I love the apartment so much. There's a pool. I've been like living at the pool. I'm gonna go back again today. We don't have a couch yet, so that's gonna get delivered. So we have like no living room, but dude, it's so nice. There's so many cabinets. There's like a whole pantry situation. Like, I have so many places to store things. That's
nice.
So exciting. Yeah, that was very hectic and crazy last 2 weeks, but we figured it out. And home, we're gonna start streaming again. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good. Finally.
How was your week?
Just did nothing but appointments. I did another sleep study. So
how'd that go? Oh, okay.
That went good. I slept because I had a machine. So it was nice.
They actually put you like on a CPAP or whatever?
That's why. So like when I went to the VA, they don't do that. So that's why when they came back with my results, like, oh yeah, you do have sleep apnea. That's when they had to send me to outside care to do
that's
a whole
really cool,
another
though.
sleep study.
That's
with
really cool,
the
though.
machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I have to wait again to see what happens. I don't know.
Oh my god. Imagine you're gonna like get the CPAP machine and then actually start sleeping and be like, wait, this is what sleep was supposed to be.
So like, I think I told you this when we were playing video games on Friday, because I had the sleep study Thursday, and then Friday I had to drive to Louisville for a baby appointment, and I was like feeling so energetic driving to this appointment. Like, I was listening to dance music, which normally I only listen to moody mix to and from my appointments.
You're a moody girl. We know this.
But I was actually listening to hype music on the way to my appointment, and then I got stuck in traffic twice on the way there. It was standstill twice for no reason. Literally, the first one, no reason. It was just, I don't know. And the second one, it looked like there was a huge crash at some time before, and they were just they were just looking at the damage to the railings. But they closed it down to one lane to look at that damage. So I'm like, really? But I mean, civilian doctors are a little more lenient than military doctors. So I was able to like still get my appointments.
That's good.
And then on the way back, I think I sent you a Snapchat on the way back. It was like my third standstill.
I'd lose
traffic.
my shit.
I did. I lost my shit. I was like in such a good mood too. And I was just like gone. But anyway, so yeah, I did have energy. I felt awake and like it felt until the traffic. But yeah, like I cannot wait to get this machine. Like I cannot wait.
I feel like it's totally gonna be like a thing where you're like, wait, this is actually what getting a full night's rest is.
Yeah.
This is what you normal people feel.
This is how normal people feel. Wow. I feel like I'm gonna be like a totally different person.
Oh my god, imagine. This is happiness.
Just happier, yeah. Just more energetic.
Not need as much caffeine. Of course, I feel like there's also like this whole like I haven't stopped going in 3 weeks, so I'm just like so exhausted. And then last night we did a double. So my brother and Grace came over here at like 3. We went to the pool, we hung out, and then we went and saw Sound of Freedom in the movie theater, which holy fuck. The guys actually wanted to see it, so I didn't really realize what we were seeing until like my dad was like, oh yeah, it's a sad movie. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to cry. Like, I literally had no fucking clue what it was about until we showed up there, and I'm like, this is great.
This
like,
is a great date night movie.
Yay, date night. Like, okay, let's go bowling now. Like, which we did. We went bowling, and my right hand, I can't, it hurts. I'm bruised. I don't bowl. Anyway, so segue from talking about Sound of Freedom to our chaotic chat, because you are doing...
For the chaotic chat today, I thought we would talk about some kind of viral true crime cases that have gone viral recently, which is a little different than something we do.
Definitely like a hot take, and I like it. It's more like, it's very relevant to,
yeah,
like,
and I think both of them have important like discussion points at the end of them.
Love that.
The last one may be controversial, but we'll get through it.
It's okay. We're very good about toting the line, because I like how we both kind of like tread the line of like, we're very close to the line in the middle where we meet and we agree on a lot of things, but there's certain things that we don't agree on, but that's okay, because the whole like freedom of speech thing. But I like it because in this we can kind of get both sides, so it's not like a one-sided.
It probably won't get as heated as our mountain discussion, so there's that. That will always be the epitome of our relationship.
Damn mountains. It is flat Kentucky. I will die on this hill, because that's all they have are hills. There are no No, I have conceded. I haven't been to Louisville, so don't come at me. Apparently there are mountains in Louisville, so
mountains around between here and Louisville. There's mountains. They're not like snow-covered mountains, but they're
right.
I'm not hiking up those mountains. No. You know what I mean?
Yes. So bigger than a hill. We got it.
Anywho, so the first case that we're going to talk about is kind of a missing person case.
Ooh, okay.
And it's going to be about Carlee Russell.
Okay.
And you've never heard. You haven't seen this come across your TikTok, which is like insane to me.
Right. We're on very different TikToks.
Because this went so super viral. Like it was everywhere.
Well, this isn't the girl who disappeared in Florida, right?
Disappeared in Alabama.
You know, I really should know that. I should know about this, and I don't. So go ahead.
Okay, so because Jess does not know about this case, as a heads up to those of you who do know about this case, I'm going to try my best to talk about this case as it happened in real time. So I'm going to try and say the information we had as it came out to us, and I want to see if you feel what I felt as this information was coming to us.
Frustration. I'm feeling like that's gonna be a thing.
And then I'll go back and explain everything from like top to bottom.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Hopefully I say this right. Carletha, but she goes by Carlee. Nicole Russell is a 25-year-old student nurse from Hoover, Alabama. On July 13th, Carlee left work from the Woodhouse Spa at around 8:20 p.m. She picked up a dinner order from the restaurant Taziki's, and then stopped by a Target and picked up some snacks, granola bars, Cheez-Its, and a drink. Then at 9:34 p.m., Carlee makes a 911 call.
Ooh.
Would you like to hear it?
Of course.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves.
Oh, hold on. Where on 459 are you?
I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Hoover Met, like to get off by the Hoover Met.
Okay, so you're before that exit?
Yes.
Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like toward Tuscaloosa or toward 280?
Towards Tuscaloosa.
Okay, and was the child on the left or right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking northbound or southbound?
They're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound, or how old do they look?
Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4.
What?
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, okay. Sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Is that a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan.
How do you not know?
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. Is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white T-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
You don't see any cars anywhere?
No cars are anywhere.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right. And do they have shoes on?
No.
No shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that well.
Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thoughts?
I feel like it's one of those instances that she is making it up as she's going. Like, to me, it just seems like she keeps slowly adding
The details
and like,
as the operator is asking them.
correct. Because it's like the whole thing is, even when she asked her about her car, she's still like, and it could have just like been a slip of the mind, but I feel like she was still trying to make up like details. And then she's like, oh, just kidding. I have a sedan. Like, how do you not know what your car is? Like, I feel like she was just kind of making it up as she's going. Why is there a little kid walking on the interstate? Is this like relevant to the story?
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason why she called 911, because she reported a child on the side of the road.
Okay. Then what happens?
So after the 911 call, Carlee called her brother's girlfriend, which, okay. While on the phone with the brother's girlfriend reported hearing Carlee scream, and then the phone line remained open, but nothing else was heard besides traffic noises. They also released the traffic footage.
Oh, is that her?
So yeah, that's her.
Obviously with the hazards on.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the kid? So the kid's apparently on the right side of the road?
Yeah. Apparently she's following the kid.
That fast? Is the kid running?
I have it times 2 speed.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And then here, you can see her get out and walk, or see someone get out and walk, and they're on the passenger side.
Yeah.
But you don't really see anything else after this. So, I mean, you can kind of think that's her still. I don't know. But then you don't see really anything anymore after that.
Where did she go?
That was the question everyone was asking on TikTok.
Weird.
So then this just goes until the police show up. And then, see, that's the police showing up. So, like, when I saw this footage for the first time, I was very suspicious. Like, red flag. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Why she was on the side of the road with her hazards on for so far.
Yeah.
It just, none of it made sense to me right away.
Yeah.
And no other cars stopped.
No other cars saw the kid.
No other reports of a kid on the side of the road. I was just very confused. So now getting back to the police arrived at the scene quite quickly.
Okay.
They found her car still running, but no sign of a toddler and no sign of Carlee. Police found Carlee's wig, phone, and purse near her vehicle. Her Apple Watch was also inside her purse.
Wait, so she literally just dumped all of her belongings?
Disappeared.
Okay.
And so searches began right away. On July 14th, family members searched for Carlee and Hoover, aided by police and volunteers. Angela Harris, who was the mother of Ania Blanchard, who was kidnapped and murdered when she stopped at a gas station in 2009, became heavily involved in the searches for Carlee because she's very passionate about helping families of missing people now. This is when the footage of the highway was released the next day. And I mean, I already showed you guys, but this prompted a lot of internet sleuths to try and figure out what happened. Like, there were a lot of TikTok videos of people trying to analyze the footage. There's a shadow here. Is there a shadow there? Is this a person? Is that the shadow of the child? I mean, there is lots of stuff going on. Then July 15th in the afternoon, 911 dispatchers received a call from a Red Roof Inn in Vestiva Hills that family members of Carlee Russell had shown up.
What? Like the family member showed up
to a Red
hotel?
Roof Inn. Yeah,
Okay.
a hotel. Family members told the person in the lobby that they had received a message saying Carlee was at the motel, but this just seemed to be like an elaborate prank that somebody was.
That's fucked.
That is really fucked.
Rude.
Like, why would you do that?
That
That's
just seems-
so
Yeah.
crazy. There was no evidence that Carlee was ever there. Then that same day, July 15th, 2 days later, at 10:44 p.m., police received a call from the Russell home for an unconscious person. Carlee had returned home.
What?
But when the first responders arrived, Carlee was alert and conscious. She was never unconscious. So I don't know
What?
why they
Wait.
called in an unconscious person.
What? She's at home? Hold on.
She's at home. Yeah.
Wait. So who called? I'm so confused. Hold on. So they called her. Hold on. So the first responder got to her house where she's at. She was conscious. Now she's unconscious?
So for some reason, whoever called from the Russell home said that there was an unconscious person. When first responders arrived, she was not unconscious. She was alert and conscious.
Okay.
So, like, I just find that a weird. Why would you call someone an unconscious person when they weren't unconscious? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just found that fact a little strange, so I put it
A
in there.
little? Okay. I feel like a lot of this is very strange. Okay.
Anywho, they took her to the hospital to get looked at, obviously. It was noted that Carlee had a minor injury on her lip and $107 in her sock. There were no alcohol or drugs in her system.
Okay.
The police also obtained a statement from Carlee at this time, which we'll get to later. And then on July 18th, Carlee Russell's parents speak with Today about the return of Carlee Russell, which this interview is out there too if you want to go watch it. I didn't
We'll watch it
record
later.
this one. They say they believe their daughter was abducted and that police are looking for her abductor. The police note they're following up on everything Carlee Russell told them, obviously. Her mother says she went to hug her daughter when she first returned, but then had to stand back because the medical professionals had to work on her. Carlee Russell had to mentally and physically fight for her life, is what her parents said in that
What?
interview.
Okay.
Then on July 19th, the Hoover police held a news conference, and a lot of things were revealed in this press conference.
Oh, this is exciting. Okay.
At this press conference, Hoover Police Chief Nick Durzis started by thanking all the agencies that helped them in this investigation, including the FBI, Secret Service, and the U.S. Marshals, which is crazy to me. There were so many people that showed up for this search.
Wow.
At the time of the conference, the chief said that they were actively still working the case to figure out what happened in the 49 hours that Carlee was missing. But then the chief went on to list the facts of the case that they had uncovered so far.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the facts?
I am.
Like I said earlier, at 8:20 p.m. on July 13th, Carlee left her place of work. However, surveillance video from her place of employment shows that she had concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business.
Okay.
Meaning she stole items from the business.
Okay.
The chief says the highway footage and Carlee's cell phone data was also analyzed. Carlee's call was the only report of a toddler spotted on the side of the road. Like
That's
we
what I'm
said.
saying. Yep.
There was also no call of a missing child, and law enforcement did not locate any evidence of a child on the side of the road. Data from Carlee's cell phone showed that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following the child. In case you didn't know, that's about the length of 6 football fields.
That's what I'm saying. That child be booking it. Like, it's a lot.
Because that was
for
only
a kid.
a 2-minute 911 call, right? 2 to 3 minute 911
Yeah.
call, and she traveled the
Jeez.
length of 6 football fields following the child.
Okay.
Hoover police arrived within 5 minutes of being dispatched to find the scene, as I described earlier, with all her things, you know, there and not there.
Okay.
However, the things from Target and the stuff she stole from her workplace were not there.
How did she get? I wonder if she like shoved everything under the black robe and like used that as like so you couldn't see her.
The chief spoke of all of the searches and how all of them had turned up empty happy because not only did the police search, the family search, you know, there's a lot of effort put into this.
Yeah.
Then on the 15th, she arrived home on foot, and there is actual video footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone in her neighborhood. Would you like to hear what she said happened to her?
God, yes, because what?
Her first initial statements.
Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest.
Interesting.
What are your thoughts on this statement?
Did anybody believe it? But why? Why are we lying about that? I'm so confused.
I don't think people believed it because of what happened in the rest of the press conference after he shared the statement.
Because that's when they actually did all the other stuff, right? They shared all the other stuff.
Yeah. So the investigators continued to analyze Carlee's cell phone. Part of the data included several internet searches in the days leading up to the disappearance. So on July 11th at 7:30 a.m., it was searched. You have to pay for Amber Alert. July 13th, 1:03 a.m., the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched.
Oh no, that's suspicious.
So July 13th is the day she disappeared. July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th at 2:35 a.m., a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville search was conducted for the date of July 13th. Same day, July 13th, so we're in the afternoon now, search for the movie Taken was conducted.
Oh no.
There were 2 searches for Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's employment, including one regarding the maximum age for an Amber Alert.
Oh Jesus.
And there were other searches on Carlee's phone that pointed towards her mindset at the time of her disappearance, but out of respect for her privacy, they did not release those searches, which kind of interested. What does that mean? Also stated in the press conference, police asked to interview Carlee a second time, but they were denied. The police chief said that they were unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statements. And at the end of the press conference, he stated that they have no reason to believe that there is a threat to public safety related to this case.
Oh, good
So
God.
that's kind of why nobody really believed it.
Nobody's buying it.
Because at the end of the press conference, they're like, there's no danger to the society.
Yeah.
After the press conference, this case kind of went silent for a few days. That was until July 24th when Hoover police held another press conference.
That I have talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read this statement entirely, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness.
What we praying about?
And prayers.
But what we praying about? You just lied to so many people. What? For what? For attention? Did she ever come out and say like why?
I don't think we know yet. There's a lot of speculation. I mean, there's a lot of rumors, as you know, the internet is, about like maybe it was like revenge on a boyfriend or something. I don't know. There's a lot of talk. We don't know why she did this. But on July 28th, it was announced that Carlee Russell was charged with 2 misdemeanors: false reporting to law enforcement authorities and falsely reporting an incident. Both carry up to a year in jail. In a statement, Chief Dursis, who was just up there, said her decisions that night created panic and alarm for citizens of our city and even across the nation as concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, but locate a kidnapper that we now know never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy in looking for a potential kidnapping victim, and that we know now was never in any danger. Real quick, I want to talk about the mom I spoke about earlier who had a daughter die in like a similar situation to this. Her only comment was, "I'm glad she's alive and safe." Like, she didn't comment anything else on that, because I suppose she just didn't want to comment. But imagine like being that mom. Like, she's a much bigger person than probably I am.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then we don't see this as a victimless crime. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall said at a Friday news conference, there are significant hours spent, resources expended as a result of this investigation.
Yep.
Chief Dursis said police still have not determined where she went during the 49 hours she was missing.
Saying.
Like, where did she go? That's what I want to know. Like, first of all, she just hopped through the woods, and then like, where did she go after that?
I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know if we'll ever know, because if she did have somebody like pick her up, they could be like an accomplice, you know what I mean? And they probably don't want to.
The chief said that they do plan to talk to the attorney general's office about recovering some of the money spent on the investigation. So they'll probably like charge her with restitution and stuff like that, or whatever they do.
Right.
Carlee turned herself in and was released on $1,000 bond for each of the charges. So basically $2,000.
Oh, good God. Okay.
The media. So why I think this case is kind of important to talk about is because it gained so much media attention. And usually that doesn't happen for people of color. Advocates working to help find missing young Black women say that their cases rarely get the amount of media attention they deserve, but Carlee Russell's
this one
was an exception.
Right.
And I think we have to remember, even though it was a hoax, we still need to be giving those other, like every case, like the attention it deserves.
Right.
According to the Black and Missing Foundation, people of color make up 39% of the missing people population.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Natalie Wilson, a co-founder of the Black and Missing Foundation, hopes communities turn their focus from Russell's story to how they can help solve all their cases. Approximately 30,000 Black people went unfound in 2022 alone. Data from the National Crime Information Center show. I mean, like I said, we gave this case so much attention. We need to be doing that for like all the other cases of missing people.
Right. Right.
Not to mention all the indigenous people that have gone missing as well in both Canada and United States,
like a whole
Alaska.
thing, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Actually.
Because indigenous people are reported missing at higher rates than the general U.S. public, with at least 9,575 reported missing cases in 2020, according to the National Crime Information Center. And hardly anything is ever done about it. That's like the frustrating part. And that's why I think it's important to have like these open discussions about this. And that's why I think this
bringing
case,
attention to it.
Yeah, this case was a hoax, but it's important because now it's got people talking about all the other missing people and
important
stuff
things,
like that.
Yeah.
So that's the case of Carlee Russell.
Okay. Good start. Like rough. Okay.
Insane. Thoughts?
Crazy.
Any thoughts on it?
I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it was an attention grab thing, but I mean, I do think it's a very good point that you make, that just because it happened this time doesn't mean that's how it's going to be. Like, it is important that we do not take this and be like, well, like the next one's not going to be.
Now every case is a hoax. You know what I mean?
Because that was a whole thing with like the Amber Heard. Like, the court did go into Johnny's favor, and so a big thing with that is like, well, now it's going to be even harder for women who do get, you know, sexually abused by men in power to come out, because now it's like, okay, well, she was lying, so why aren't all these other people? So like, it's very important to take this one example and like remove it from the batch, because it happened this time doesn't mean the next time it's not going to be serious.
Like, every case is its own case, and it should be investigated separately.
Yeah, exactly.
As its own entity.
Exactly. And that's it for part 1 of our chaotic chat, because we were in post and it was very long, so we are breaking it up. If you enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to follow us, leave a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, hi, like and subscribe, please.
You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with our username at TTATA Podcast. And in the bio of all of our social medias is our link tree, which has our email if you have any questions, comments, concerns, topic ideas you want us to talk about. Hit us up. Let us know.
Let us know. Thanks for listening. Next week, we're going to have part 2. Come back for part 2. It is just as infuriating, if not more.
Yeah, it's a crazy case.
But yeah, no, seriously, be there, be square. It's going to be great. And with that, we're going to leave you with this inspirational quote.
Joy does not simply happen to us. We have to choose joy and keep choosing it every day. By Henry J.M. Newen. I hope I said that right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening again, guys.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.